Hi everybody, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 29th of April. It's a very easy set today. So these three here, 8 items at a woodworking table, 5 items at fences, and placing structure furnishings. I would only do these three unless you have no gold at all, and in that case, just consider this endeavours breakthrough that I've made. So I'll go more detail in it in the middle of the video. That's the issue. Like, this is going to be a bit of a wonky video because I've just learned about this like as I was making it. Cloak. Not the Dark Cloak morph, but the other two, Shadow Cloak and Shadowy Disguise. These, so it's a toggle, okay? So if you're not familiar with Nightblades, this is a toggle. You leave stealth if you sprint, attack something, run out of magicka, or press the button again. But while you're in this form, while you're in invisibility, you can't get spotted when you steal stuff. It's counted as being invisible, or stealth, or hidden, sorry. So you can steal as much shit as you want in Cloak, and nobody can notice. So you'll see me do that in the video. But yeah, I just wanted to point out, like, that's going to be the thumbnail. So yeah, it's fucking mind blowing. It never was always like this, I'm pretty sure. But since they've made it a toggle, it is now possible to do this, and it's so fucking good. All right, so let's get into the video. Also, I should point out, if you do want to do a group dungeon, if you don't have 100 gold, I would say just steal some stuff and sell it first. But if you want to do a group dungeon, I'll link in the description when I did Fungal Grotto I Run a couple of weeks ago. And you can see just what the system is there. Because it hasn't changed for bloody years. So, yeah, I'll make sure that's in too. But yeah, definitely suggest these ones. They're super fast. Structure furnishings, I'll go through this first. So what you want to do is you want to come to Daggerfall here, the Glenumbra zone. You get the switch on by default, so you can get here as soon as you basically start watching this video. You want to come to the Rosy line. There's two things you want to look at. Well, three things really, but two main things. So you've got Rosy here. She's got a woodcutting block here. For 100 gold, you buy one of these. That's all you need for the Structures Endeavour. And then you come over here. You talk to this lady here. And she'll give you a quest, and completing this quest gives you a house, as you can see here, the Rosy line. And you know, on a character that's like 300 gold there as well. So on a decent level character, you could get 100 gold just from that for doing the structure furnishing endeavor. Now at this point, you've got the house, you've got the structure furnishing. We'll start focusing on these other two. So laundering items at fences. From up here, you've got a bunch of things that you can search. Now, funnily enough, if you come over here, these people don't apparently exist. So you can stay hidden right in front of them. So we've got a cabinet here. Here's another thing. You could probably get 100 gold just for selling items from some of these cabinets. Now, gameplay, loot stolen items, probably turn this off just in case there's an NPC nearby. But you've got barrels here. Not all of them are going to be accessible, but anything that's crates or barrels, go through these. So if you have a mate, that's perfect. I don't know if I mispronounced that. But you've got the these things up here. Some of these will also have some stuff in it, but not always. Come down here after you've checked that stuff. Check these rooms for, like, for example, this dresser. Yeah, you could sell that palm flask as well for some gold. This room is also really good. Bloody voice. So this barrel, it's got another 100 gold item. Barrels here, some stuff, some decorative wax. Definitely launder that to sell it at a guild store later. Sell a bunch of those. Yeah, as you can see, you've got a bunch of items there that you can grab. And you want to look for, especially provisioning materials, because they're the ones you can, and decorative wax too is really cheap. And you can see how much it sells from guild stores. It's like $half a grand for a single one. If you get some of these, it's also awesome. But yeah, you can see these cooking materials. They only cost 1 gold each to launder, so these are also great. And then, as you can see here, you've got these items that you can sell for getting a structure finishing. So once you've searched enough of that stuff, that's great. But yeah, we'll just keep moving on. Here, just come to this spot. Probably get the thing out of the way. There's a shield here that you can grab, so that'll be good for the woodworking endeavor. I really wanted to show. I've just found out something really fucking good about Nightblades. So Cloak. The biggest issue with rooms like this is it's kind of hard to steal stuff quickly when you're trying to go through it and people just detect you. But with Cloak, you can cloak and grab items and not get spotted. honestly, it's amazing. So just come over here, right in front of this lady. Grab this, grab that. So just Cloak allows you to steal stuff without getting spotted anymore. It wasn't always the case, but it seems with the change to Cloak becoming a toggle, you can now use this and not get spotted anytime you want to steal stuff. This has just opened up a bunch of stuff for me. And it's super easy to get this because Nightblades are a base game class, and this comes at level 4 in Shadow, which you can get by being like, seriously, like level 4 or 5 as a character. So you can get access to this like ridiculously quickly. So I would advise anyone who doesn't have a Nightblade yet, for the sake of endeavors, leveling up a Nightblade is just amazing, especially for any like stealing stuff. Like for the stealing from the environment weekly, you can do this in places with lots of items and just not get a bounty. Like, it's bloody amazing. Alright, so now we'll look at the woodworking one. So, again, I'll just cloak, but you can see there's a bunch of bows here in this room. So this is Bright Steel Armory. You also want to look at Crystal Vial, because there's a bunch of woodworking items there, and then Fighter's Guild for a bunch of woodworking items there. So in here, you don't need cloak, but it's definitely quicker using cloak. But you can just hide in the corners here, and the guy can't see when he's like over in that direction. But I just want to, again, emphasize how good cloak is. So let's grab that. Grab this. The only thing is, you want a lot of magicka to be able to cloak for a long period of time. If you're a stamina build, you won't have long. I think, yeah, that's it. So normally there's 6. So there's 1 on that rack, 1 on that rack, 2 on this rack, and then there's 2 on this, 1 on this bench, and then 1 leaning on the bench. I'm pretty sure that's all the bows in this room. So that's 6 items. Then we go to the Crystal Vial. Go upstairs. There'll be a trio of staves that you can grab on this. So that's our 8 items in total. Normally there's 3, but yeah, 1's just missing for the moment. So check up there. And then third place we want to look at is the Fighters Guild. There are a couple of more items in Starfall Arcana. There's a couple of staves. If you still don't find enough stuff, which is possible, but highly unlikely. So you come to this spot, and when this person is, what you can do is you can actually come behind them, and you will stay hidden, because there's usually not enough, like, nobody near you to spot you. So you can grab the shields that way, but you can also just be a Nightblade and just steal everything. And yeah, if you are a Nightblade, you can also come over here, and there's sometimes a bow on this one as well that you can steal. Just keep in mind, don't do safe boxes. I'm pretty sure that pulls you out of cloak. There's also this shield here. If Mileneth is here, the person that gives you writs, she doesn't exist either. She's a figment of your imagination, apparently. And then, if you need more stuff to launder, you've also got some flour sacks here that you can steal from. So yeah, there's just tons of stuff around here that you can grab. And usually you won't get spotted doing that, as long as you're crouched. So now we've put everything into action. So firstly, let's deconstruct all the woodworking items. We get that stuff. And so that's the woodworking endeavor done. Next up, we'll do laundering. So in Vocal Guard, you can find the Outlaws Refuge here, just behind the Temple of Oriel. When you enter from that way, just keep coming through, and on the last hallway, turn right. And you can get either Konik here, or the other Red Guard dude on the right. So launder the Yerba Mate, we'll launder the lockpick, the decorative axe, and the manganese. And then everything else just sell for a bit of gold. And now, if you haven't had enough gold to grab the structure item, you can go ahead and grab that now. And if you don't want to keep any of the laundering items, you also have a merchant right here. You come to this guy, and any of the stuff that you laundered before, you can just sell that. So if you really want to save on your gold, you can get it back from just doing that. And now we focus on our house. So from this point, we don't even have to like go anywhere. So now you go to the map, you go to houses, and the collected house that you got from talking to that quest giver, the blonde lady, this will come up here. So for example, oh yeah, I don't have the Rosy line. It's funny. Ebony Flask in room will be an ebony. All right, let me start that again. Ebony Flask in room is for Ebonheart Flact. Oh my fuck. Alright. Ebony Flask is for Pact players. Morris Kiss Public House is Old Murray Dominion. And then you also get the Rosy Lion for talking to her as a Daggerfall Covenant character, which I just did there. So either of those, go to them on the map here and just you just click on it. It'll show you where the house is, and you just go inside. And so you can just travel to it from anywhere. Now, if you have a large house, it's pretty good odds that it'll have structure furnishings of its own. If you want to see if you can find any, so you go housing editor at the bottom right, go to browse at the bottom there, and then retrieve and check structures. So as you can see here, I've got a bunch of stuff. Now this is where the wood cutting block will show up if you place it down. If it's in the inventory, just place it. But yeah, so I'll just pick up this, put it in my inventory, and then yeah, that's a way if you already have a house and you don't have any, like if you don't have a structure furnishing yet, you can just do that. So instead go place, go down to structures, got a wood cutting block here. Now what we do is just place it. Now at the bottom left, you'll see it says undo now. So you just press that, it puts it away. You press redo and it'll place it, and that counts as placing it again. Now you can do the same thing by, if it is already placed on the ground, using that retrieve option here. You come down here and wherever it is, here it is. Oh, sorry, duckstone block. Where'd the wood cutting block go? Here. So it says put away. Now you go exit at the bottom left there, and it'll say undo again. And as you can see in the background there, you can just keep doing the same thing that way. So yeah, I really don't think you need to do any more than that. Like that's an easy set of 3 there. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good daily set. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time. And yeah, definitely look at making a Nightblade, because they're really, really bloody helpful.